Hey, what's up guys, it's LaRosa Johnson here with Trailblazing Tech. And in a previous video, I walked you through how to set up challenges in webinars using ConvertKit. And while I love ConvertKit for what it can do, it's really a little convoluted to set up a challenge or a webinar in terms of how you send out emails. Like on the follow-up emails, you can set up a sequence which makes things super easy. But then on the front end, for sending out your warm-up emails or your keep warm emails, you have to end up sending those out as broadcasts. So things are a little disjointed. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use ConvertKit. I actually use HighLevel in my business. And so I'm going to walk you through how to set up something similar in HighLevel. And it's going to be a lot more straightforward and easier to use. So let's jump right in. So this is a demo HighLevel account that I have set up. And we're going to just start by setting up our form. So to do that, we're going to come under here to Sites, and Forms. And then we're going to add a new form. And then for this one, we're just going to choose a template so that it's already done like all the design work for us. And we're going to just use this generic sign up form. Because this form has everything that we need. So it's got the full name, email, phone, organization, and sign up. So that's going to work for us. It's going to take a moment to put things together. And then it drops right in. And then I'm going to rename this to webinar sign up form. And then we have a couple of fields here that we don't necessarily need. We don't need organization, so we're going to remove that. We don't need their phone number. If we wanted to send text messages, then that would be a great reason why we would use phone. But all we need is the name and the email. So we're just going to have those two fields. Full name, email, save. And then if you have a website that you want to embed this on, you would come up here to integrate. And then you can click here to copy the embed code. So if you want to put it inline, pop up, or if you want to slide in some kind of way, you can select those options and then copy the embed code. Or if you just want to give people the link directly to this form, you can just copy this button here, copy form link, and it'll send you the link to the form so that you can share it on social media and have people sign up. Or you can create a landing page here in HighLevel and embed your form in there as well. So lots of different options. But for simplicity's sake, I would just copy the form link and we would go from there. But let's go back, and our form is done. So that's all we need to do with that. And we have our webinar sign up form here. So the next thing we need to do is build our automation. And our automation is where everything is going to happen with our emails that are being sent out and reminding people to actually come and attend. So we're going to go over here to automation. Then we're going to go to create workflow. And we're going to start from scratch. And then the first thing we want to do is rename this workflow. So we're going to name this demo webinar workflow. And then we're going to zoom this out because this is really zoomed in more than we need. All right, we'll leave this here. So the first thing we need is our trigger. What is going to actually cause this workflow to start working? So we're going to add our trigger, and our trigger is going to be someone fills out our form. So we're going to come over here, search for form. We want form submitted, and then we need some filters here. So we add filters to select which form it is. So form is, and then we have our webinar sign up form. And then so we say, let's rename this so we know exactly what it is. Webinar sign up form. And then click save. So whenever someone signs up on that webinar form, they're going to get dropped into this funnel. So what's the first thing we want to do? So the first thing we probably want to do is send the person a welcome email. So thanking them for signing up for the webinar. So click on the add action, and then we search for email, and then send email. And then so we're just going to name this welcome email. And we're just going to leave the from name and the from email blank because I'll show you how to set that in just a moment. And then we give it a subject. So thanks for signing up for my webinar. And then I'm not going to fill out any of these details for any of these emails in this demo, but you can use your imagination and figure out exactly what you want to say to your clients when you're doing this. So some dummy text here. And then we're just going to click save. So then we have our welcome email. And so if we want to set the name the to and from, all that stuff. So come up over here to settings, and this is where we can set this globally so that we don't have to set it for every single email that we send. So sender details, so this would be like LaRosa at trailblazingtech, and then LaRosa at trailblazingtech.com. And then for any email that I send, it will then come from this name and this email address. And then you can also select your time zone as well. Like if it's something that is specific to your time zone, then it's going to be the account time zone, so that way all the emails are sent at the correct time. Or if you want to be based on your customer or your client's time zone, you can select that as well. So the contact's time zone there. But we're going to leave it on the account time zone because these are time-sensitive emails that we're sending. So we have that. Come over here to Builder. And then we do want to allow reentry because if we reuse this in the future, we want someone to be able to sign up and then come into this automation again. So you come over here to the Builder. We will click Save. Just make sure we don't lose any of our information. And so the next thing that we want to do is add a tag so that we know that this person actually signed up for this webinar. So to do that, we're going to come over here, add another action. We're going to search for tag, and then add a contact tag. And then we're going to select a tag. And I've already created a tag for this called Challenge 724. So it's Challenge and 724, so July 2024. So we're just going to select that, and this tag will get added whenever someone is brought into this workflow so that we know that they signed up for it, and we can use that for searching and doing other stuff later on in the future. So that is the first part. Now we need to start building out the automation in terms of the emails that we're going to send out for this webinar. And so I like to work backwards a little bit, and I like to start with the actual email for when things are going to start and then work backwards from there. And so you'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's save this real quick. And let's say we want to run this on July 29th. So today is July 20th when I'm recording this video, and we want to run this on a Monday on July 29th. So that is going to be the date that we start with. So we're going to work backwards from there to fill out our emails, and then from there we're going to then after that send our follow-up emails. So July 29th is the date that we're working with in terms of working backwards and then working forward. So let's do the first thing. So the first thing we want to do is send our first follow-up, or not our first follow-up, our first keep warm email, because we want to keep people warm and engaged while they're waiting for this webinar, especially like if today's the 20th. This is going to be 9 days away if someone signed up for this today. So the first thing we want to do is we want to set an event start date. And the reason why you want to do this is because this will determine when this email will get sent out. And I like this because regardless of when someone signs up for this webinar, it'll determine whether or not they get this email or they get the next one and so on. So we set the start event time, and then we're going to do a specific date and time. So for this one, we're going to do, let's say we want our first email to go out on Tuesday, the 23rd. And then we want it to go out at, let's say 4 p.m. Or not 4. There we go, 4 p.m. And then save action. And then we add a wait step. So this just sets the date and time that we're waiting for. And then we do wait. And then we do here. What are we waiting for? We're not just doing a time delay because we're not just waiting for a certain amount of time to pass. We want to wait until that specific date and time that we set. So we come over here to event and appointment time, and then you choose this, and we want to wait till the exact time. We want to send out that email on that Tuesday at 4 p.m. So we're going to wait for that time. And then what's going to happen? So if the timing of this wait step is already in the past, how should the contact proceed? And for this, we're going to say skip all outbound communication actions till the next wait or event date start action. So we're going to have a couple of these set event start times. So this is the action that we want to use, because if this date is in the past, so like say someone signs up on Wednesday, we don't want them to get the Tuesday email. So this date will be in the past, it'll skip that email. So this is the action that we want. So we're going to save action. And then we're going to send our email. So then we send email. So this is keep warm number 1. And we'll just call this keep warm number 1. And then you fill out your information there. And then what we can do to make our lives easier, we can just click copy all actions from here. So we're copying the set event start time, the wait, and the keep warm 1, and then we're going to copy it underneath here. And now we have a second copy. So let's say we want our next email to go out on Thursday. Well, no, let's just say Friday. We don't need to send too many emails. So we want the next one to go out on Friday at, again, 4 p.m. So we'll save action. And then we come in here. We don't need to do anything with the wait because it's going to do the exact same thing. And then we just come in here, edit our keep warm email. So this is keep warm email number 2. You would change your body text here, save action. And then we're just going to do this one more time. And then the reason why I'm doing it this way, just because it saves me a whole lot of time from having to go through stuff. And then we would say we want this last email to go out the day before at 4 p.m. And then keep warm email number 3. And then you can do the same, like you could have another email that says, hey, we're starting in an hour. And then from there, you can have another one and leading up to that. So actually, let's go ahead and do that one as well. So we'll go ahead and copy this again. Copy all our actions. And then let's say we have our webinar starting at 12 p.m. So we would want this email to go out at actually 11 a.m. And then we come in here, starting in 1 hour. And then you have all your details here. Click save. And then you would deliver your webinar. And then from there, you then begin the process of, all right, let's start sending the follow-up emails. And to do that, it's the exact same process. So then you come in here, you do the exact same thing. So you set your event, start date, we'll rename this one so we know, set follow-up, start date, and then we want a specific date and time. And so we want our first email to go out with the replay on the 29th, and let's say we want that to go out at 5 p.m. So then we add our wait step, and then we do for the event like we did before, the exact time, skip all outbound communications, and then save. Then we send our email. So this will be our replay email. And here's your replay. Save. And then you would just follow these steps again to send out your follow-up emails. So we would copy this, copy all our actions from here, and then we would rename this. So follow-up date, and then let's say we want the next email to go out that following day at 4 p.m. Save action, and then follow-up number 1. And then you just repeat that for as many emails as you have in your follow-up sequence. So that's all that you really need to do. And then Once you've done that, come over here, click publish. And then that's all you need to do in terms of setting up your sequence. And in terms of getting things started, all you have to do from this point forward is send someone the link to sign up, and then this sequence takes care of itself. And then whenever you want to come in here, run this challenge again, or this webinar again, all it is a matter of coming in here and changing these dates. So changing all these set event dates, just changing the dates to match whenever you want those emails to go out. And it's as simple as that. So it's a lot more straightforward, and everything is in one place. You can see how everything is supposed to work. You can edit all your emails from one place and know that they're going to come out. And the nice thing is, so we had it set so our first Keep Warm email goes out on the 23rd, but if someone signs up on the 24th, they won't get Keep Warm email number 1. The next email that they'll get is Keep Warm email number 2. And so it just makes it really nice because you know exactly which emails people are going to get, and you don't have to worry about figuring out broadcasts and filtering out people and all that kind of stuff. It's whoever signs up, they get dropped into this, they're going to get the emails exactly when they need them. So this is a very straightforward way of delivering challenges and webinars, and I really love HighLevel and how it makes my business and my clients' businesses so much easier. So yeah, I really hope this video helped, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you and help you out. So until next time, peace.